You guys want to do your own shows? Listen up.
Yeah. Insurance, then you got your staff, then you got your police, then you got your permit. The key to your success is networking and building relationships. The big boys who pay over $100,000 to $200,000 to be
just
there.
to be there.
Yes, they pay that.
Is there any way that we could take the judging out of the judge's hand? How do you get sponsored? Could you help somebody that's looking?
Yeah, if you're gonna get sponsored, you have to do a couple of things. You have to do. That car wasn't built by them; it was built by somebody else. How can you give them a trophy?
And we're live. What's going on my winners?
What's up?
I'm here. Mike Winning. Mike Simo over here with Rico Ricks from Ricks Magazine.
Exactly.
We got our guys behind the scenes, Joey from the store, a.k.a. Joey Winning, and
God.
Zabe.
I like calling him
You call
God.
him God,
I call him
Gabe, God,
he makes all
similar.
the
Yeah. So we got our guys behind the scenes here.
Yeah, it's a great team.
And
great
we were
team.
talking about the teams and, you know, when we do stuff, if we should tell them how much we put all the money behind all this, right?
Yeah.
So we were talking about the shows and the venues.
Right.
And how you don't really like to
tell my
talk
team
about.
No, I
right?
don't, because their numbers in their mind keep going crazy. It's crazy. You should know these things. These workers' comps drive me crazy. You know?
No, I got employees year around, so I know exactly.
You
what
know you're
about.
going through that stuff.
So you know what you were trying to say is that nobody needs to know these things. The employees, nobody,
except your VP, your main management that manage that department. Those are the people. Got to see those numbers.
Yeah.
But the staff, you don't see God and Joey and them got to worry about your numbers. They just got to worry about those switches.
Guys.
Gabe, God. I like them. Come on. Let me give him a nickname.
Okay.
He get all upset.
But Joey ain't got no nickname.
Yeah, Joey.
How you going to call somebody God, but the other guy you don't?
Because I got a cool name for
Devil.
Joey coming up. Real cool, man.
White Devil. Joey's white. That's why,
White boy. That's our white boy. He's white boy.
I like to tell sometimes people that are close to me about certain numbers and certain things that I pay for, because it gives them some type of sense of urgency to help me get a return on my investment. Right. But your situation is a little bit different. There's a lot of people around you, some good, some
bad,
not so good.
Correct.
Right? They could be trying to.
Because everybody wants to, in this industry, especially mine, yours is brick and mortar. It's a lot of investment. It's a lot. With me, anybody, and I say this all the time, anybody can do these events as long as they put their heart and soul into it, right? But there is, and I do, but it's the little small things that make a difference in how you structure it as a business. For me, I run as a business just like you run yours. And these car shows, everybody comes and goes. People come and go in any company. We don't tend to last.
Yeah,
so my team,
revolves.
So my team, you got employees come and go. The max of my employees stay with maybe 2 or 3 years. That's it. If I get lucky 4 years, that's because they're just finishing college and they're moving on. And I expect that from my employees, right? We are a seasonal business. I keep saying this all the time. These car shows are seasonal. But
I mean, unless you're doing them indoors, right?
Yeah, that's true. But then it comes to a cost-effective, like a lot of money.
How much?
Indoors?
I'm kidding.
No.
Kidding.
Now this I could talk about.
Okay,
because,
you could talk.
Yeah, because
we're about to hear numbers, guys.
So the venue
right?
so a venue.
You guys want to do your own shows? Listen up.
Yeah, so the venues can go for between, especially indoors, they go for between 30 to 40,000.
Okay, 30 to 40, and the outside venues, how much?
Outside venues depends on.
Listen up, guys.
Depends on certain venues. Could go from 5,000 up to 20,000, depending the lot, the venue itself. Those costs, that's pretty. But then you could do a lot outside than inside, But then comes still more headaches. The venue could be 10,000. Then you got your insurance. Then you got your staff. Then you got your police. Then you got your permits. Then you back up to 15,000, 20,000. Like I said, so you picking the venue. So if you do a 20,000, you already know you're at 30,000. If you do now here's the cool thing about indoor venues. You don't have to have a big staff. The venue has its own people.
Has
they kind of put a
small door for everybody.
So one in it, so you can have 1 or 2 people. So it's freaking awesome to do that. Yeah. So
it has its advantages.
It has its advantage, but it does cost money. It costs a lot.
It costs double, you would say, or triple.
Why do you think you don't see a lot of people doing too many indoor shows? A lot of car show producers don't do indoor car shows because it does cost a lot. And not saying that the reach is not there. It's just they just working with their budget. They're just like, you know what? I think I could do more here than there.
And some of
because when you're indoor, when you're indoor, you're limited to how much you can do. You can't do two-step. You can't do burnouts. You can't do
drift.
You can't do anything. You could only play a little music, and that's all you're gonna get.
And some of them do inside and outside, like the last SEMA car show, which we went to.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They had
but that's not a car show. That's not a car show. That's a manufacturing show.
Those cars over there were.
I mean,
it could
like
have fooled me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But it is a manufacturer. It was those cars, and we had a great time.
Yeah, we did have a great time.
Great experience. Fun. We're going back every year. We're gonna make it happen.
The ladies, right?
You live the ladies. Remember the ones you were with? We gotta show the video where he was interviewing them. He was like his eyes were on. He was going crazy. Look at the video. It don't lie. Look how crazy he looks. Gotta get it up there. He looks crazy. Joey, make that happen. No Disney World on that one.
Asian fever. They had the drifting and all that. I feel like a lot of cars outside looked better than the cars inside. All the cars there looked great. First of all, that was like the best of the best. How they do that? How they get such? I mean, I know they're not all from Vegas.
Everybody pays to get there.
Every car that's there paid to have the car displayed there,
except the manufacturer will offer them an opportunity to be in the booth. But they have to get there. Unless they make a deal with the owner of that car, say, look, we'll transport it. But 9 out of 10, the guy has to get it there, and then they'll get him inside. That's how it works. Just like the New York Auto Show, just like anything else.
So how about Katrina? Because we seen Katrina, right?
Yes, Katrina was there. And look at her.
She's interviewed
amazing.
Her.
I can't wait for that video to drop. So that's going to be on the next book. That's coming up. Actually, it's already dropped. From my understanding, it was already dropped. Because this is after. So her video's dropped.
Yeah, before,
that's right.
After,
that's right. Right.
Over.
I can't remember.
Guys.
I think
stay tuned. Subscribe.
Yeah, because I think it already was dropped. Because Joey already got that done already.
These videos take like about a week to edit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We take our time around here.
So we get confused because we got so many we've been doing every week.
So many things going on.
So it's already dropped out there. We have to see.
She should be here sometime, right? Yeah. We'll be interviewing her.
Well, we already got her video, so we already got her
story. But something
you want more of her?
Is better.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. At the car show, that was like a quick little preview that you did with her.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that was great.
It was hard to hear. There was so much noise and all of that.
Yeah. And you had a couple of great interviews on that one.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about numbers.
So she paid for her car to be there?
You know what?
We got to ask her.
I have to ask her. We have to ask her. Because she's a little different. And she did pay to get it there. She transported and everything. But I don't know if they gave her the slot or they charged her for the slot. Because the New York Auto Show, there's a little thing going on now. I need to verify some more. But I'm seeing a niche that a new thing they're doing. And I want in on that one.
Okay, so you'll be there.
We're gonna be there testing.
We're gonna be there, guys.
We're gonna be there. So
New
it's
York
gonna be
Auto Show.
Winning and Rick's gonna be there.
Coming over there, interviewing.
Come by the booth
drunk.
and sit down and do a little podcast with us over there. All right.
Yeah. We want to know about your car.
Yeah.
How long you took to put the car together, right?
Yep.
If your family approves of it. Some of these people got families that they support them with their car.
Yeah.
And some of them don't support them with their car,
exactly.
Right? You know who you are, guys.
Yeah.
Those guys that waste all their money on their cars, they don't pay child support and all of that.
Oh my
right?
goodness.
Come on.
Why you do that?
I'm sorry, man. We got to talk about all these things. We're talking about behind the car culture,
lifestyle.
Right? Lifestyle.
Yeah, lifestyle.
Right? And you got this is what's so interesting about people with modified cars.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got, people that got a lot of money and don't know what to do with it, and they could spend, and dump all their money into their cars. Then we got the ones that kind of don't, but they still love the shows and love the culture and all of that, right?
Yeah, they really go hard.
Right?
I know. I see them all the time. Sometimes they break their bank off, lose a lot of money. But they wait for their income tax to come in, and they'll put it all into that car.
Income tax money.
That's it. When that income tax come in, so what they'll do, they'll put the car in the shop, get it ready. And when that income tax come in, that pays for the bill.
Okay.
That's how they do it.
Okay. There you go, guys. Income tax
don't
money.
Say you don't do it. Don't say you don't do it, because I know you do.
You want to mention any cars that go to the shows that maybe
There's a lot of cars out there. Listen, if I would do the same thing. Of course I do. I used to do it.
Okay, so you're speaking from personal experience.
Yeah. I used to do that. Put my car in there, get it done.
You're not saying nobody else at your car shows does that.
There's everybody, and I spoke to many people, and they're like, yo, my car in the shop getting ready, and then that income tax check come in. Yep. And whatever extra they don't get from the check, they got to come out of pocket. Yeah. But that check is for that reason. They buy rims, they buy extra parts. That's what they do. They get tint windows.
To drop it.
I guarantee you, when that check come in, your shop is busy all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Go to the best, right?
Come to Winning Tints.
There you go.
Detailing, wrapping, PPF, paint protection. Shameless plug here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Back to you. And all the money you spend on these car shows to make the car show happen.
Wait,
you don't want to talk about it because nobody needs to know about that because you don't want no competition.
What's that? No, I don't mind competition. I'm okay. I don't mind Burger King being in front of me or McDonald's. It's okay. What I'm saying is that what we discuss about before we move forward, I like to discuss things with you privately if you come on board to work with me on this project. Either way, I'm doing this as a promotional opportunity to open more doors. I've been there before, done the New York Auto Show, and it was a great success. When I did it in 2006 with Dub Magazine, I was able to acquire Toyo Tire, Cooper Tires as corporate sponsors by seeing me there. So that's a great way when I tell you the key to your success is networking and building relationships. Always go out and engage. So
you mentioned Dub Magazine.
Yes, great guys.
So they were there before you were there with the Ricks Magazine.
They were there. They were on a national level. I was that small niche level. So I focus on my own territory, my backyard. But
Which is here in Jersey.
Correct.
Or
Jersey, New York,
Tri-State.
PA. Correct. And we had a great relationship. They supported me. They brought me to all their shows. They treated me with open arms. Great. Never saw a conflict or any threat. They encouraged supporting. That's what it used to be back in the old days when we all took care of each other. Now, guns blazing, knives out. Nobody wants to support each other. Everybody's on this hate stuff, you know? So, and it's a shame because back then we all worked together. We all had a great time. You know, Dub had his car show and his magazine. They brought in other people in. They encouraged others. And those were the good old days. And that's how it helped me get where I was at.
So when you started the Ricks Magazine, they were cool with it.
They were cool. They loved it. They rocked with it. They brought me to a lot of their parties. They were awesome in Las Vegas. Yes, excuse me. You know, we got to put the sign up.
Turn off your phone, man. What
no,
happened, man?
My phone is yours. Stop it
you.
on, man. You know, I know the rules, but matter of fact, let me just make sure.
So the New York Auto Show, what day is that going to be?
Yeah, it's not confirmed yet. We're still going back and, making sure that all the right keys are in there.
The maps and all that?
Yeah, so when she sent me the map and she gave me the number, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I'm excited about it because it puts us right on the second level. We can't go on the top level because that's all for the heavy hitters. That's all for the manufacturers.
All the cool guys want to be up top.
Yeah, well, not even that. That's
just like in your shows.
That's where the money's at. That's where the money's at.
But that's the VIP section.
That's where the money's manufactured. The big boys who pay over $100,000 to $200,000 to be
just to be there.
Just to be there.
$100,000.
Toyota. Yes, they pay that. It's you know how much space they get. They get a lot. You know, you get over. Have you guys been to the New York Auto Show? Have you?
I've been there one time. I've been
one time out of your whole.
Time.
Really?
Yeah. Very big. Walk around a lot.
Wow.
Kind of like the SEMA, but not as big, I think, right?
Yeah, you're right. Not as big. But they do that whole Jeep concept. They do the outside.
Yeah, they got the new cars. Like car companies are there, and they're showing off the cars, right? That are coming up.
So, so I did the New York Auto Show in 2005 or 7, and we had a display out. If you could go to YouTube, you'll see Ricks Magazine at the New York Auto Show. Make sure, Joey, that you put that on there as Ricks Magazine at the New York Auto Show. We did it around that time, and I had the whole outside section. And I did this crazy outdoor party at the New York Auto Show. And that was before Jeep came in and took over the whole bottom section. But it was freaking phenomenal.
So now awesome. Jeep has the whole bottom section.
I believe they do. As a matter of fact,
they got like little mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
But you know what? I'd like to talk to her because I would love to see if I get that section back over there again. If I could get that section and make that a real cool little hangout, woo, that would be so cool.
So will Kim Kardashian be there? I mean, she likes her cars, they're all
they're same colors.
The same color, yeah.
But she changes them yearly. She changes the color yearly.
Yeah, that's the thing for celebrities.
Yeah, she does that. She changes.
They like to have a fleet of cars, all the same colors or all kind of looking alike.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, I see that.
Like Yo Gotti. I think he has like teal green ones.
Look at that one.
That's the Maybach, nice and lowered.
Damn, that is. Oh my God.
I feel like some like big car companies give her
They do. They do.
like here. You don't even gotta pay for the car. You're so
give to-
influential. Just take the car. People see her with the car. They go and sell like 100 more of those same cars. Same thing with the
my
wheels and everything.
God. I'm already. Yeah. Well, she's like another like Floyd Mayweather.
This is
you know Floyd Mayweather.
well, yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
talking about billionaires.
Yeah.
This is
She's not. She is a billionaire. She is. She's rich.
I don't know. She's something there.
Well, believe it or not, her sister's more rich than her younger sister.
Okay.
So
What's her name?
I think it's Kylie
Kylie?
Jenner.
Yeah.
She's
Like her?
Do I like her?
Yeah, you know,
yeah,
you like
yeah.
younger women, right?
I do. I love younger women.
Them
sure.
Kardashians
Yeah.
too old for you.
Yeah, absolutely too old.
So this is a Range Rover.
Yes, it is a Range Rover.
You're into Range Rovers. You have a Range Rover.
Yeah, not that one, but yeah.
Why Range Rover? What's the deal with Range? Why'd you get a Range Rover?
You know why?
Status symbol?
Yeah, at that time when I got the Range Rover, I always said I love that car so much, and just want to have it, and I did. So I proved myself I can get it,
Okay.
and that was my thing.
What do you think about the new Range
But I
Rover?
will tell you, the Range Rovers are a maintenance bucket. You must have cash flow to keep it maintained.
What do you think about the new one?
Actually, since it's got to change over to the Indian-based company, the company I think is called Tata. Tata definitely stepped their game up. Less complaints, less
Pretty
issues.
simple car.
Because you
Nothing
remember,
to it.
back in the
It's-
old days, the British was owned by Jaguar, BMW, several different people, and they could not get it right. But these guys, they got it right.
Pretty simple car. You know, very minimalist.
Pretty simple. Do you know what
Right.
this thing looks like? When I saw this, the first thing in my mind, did you ever see a yacht, a more aerodynamic yacht, the nice slick line ones?
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. One of those slick line, really cool yachts.
It reminds me of a Ford Explorer.
What?
Yeah. Let's put a Ford Explorer side by side picture.
There's no way. No. Have you guys seen a good Jaguar around lately?
Jaguars are nice. I like the
I do.
the little 2-seater Jaguars.
Yes.
They're fast.
Yes.
They got balls. Those cars.
I like the old school Jaguars. We could throw some dope wheels on it, lower it down a
old
little
school.
bit.
Those are classics.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Wait.
we got Young Dolph here. Celebrities and their cars.
Yeah.
Young Dolph is well known for his camo wraps on his cars. He has a big fleet of cars with all camoed out,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the camo wraps on cars?
I do like it. I love
You like the
military.
camo-
I like the military.
okay.
Hold them. I'm a military
I
supporter.
don't really see too many camo wraps in your car shows anymore.
No.
It kind of died out a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Young Dolph kind of popularized that.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
still-
kind of
I'm
like
still a
the
big
wraps are
fan of
kind of
that.
changing now, right?
Yes. They're getting really more into the more like the satin base and more like really blending into the cars. Like you are a big experience of that.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think? What's coming out of that?
No, that's what I feel like too. You know, trends, they switch around. You know, obviously Young Dolph is a famous individual, or was. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
And you know, he started rapping his cars in camo, and another rapper did it, and then regular people start doing it.
Yep.
Right, and you kind of notice the trends in your
Yeah.
car shows too,
Yeah.
right?
Some of the-
one year it may be one thing, another year it'll be another thing.
Well, some of the thing is that if you notice some of the raps, they get real crazy. So all the graphics and everything on it,
yeah, you know, you got people
they
with
go
graphics. Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, wow, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, I admire them. I respect them. That's why I do these shows, because I really am. I'm their fan. Believe it or not, I'm a fan of them.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, when you see your cars come in, you're a fan too, right? Like, you love to see these cars.
absolutely.
I mean, so
No,
so I get excited when they all rolling in. I'm like, oh my god! Even though I don't get a chance to really enjoy it because I'm working for them, I'm working for you. So I do my job and I do the best I can and give them a show. But I really appreciate their cars.
You know, you got your car people.
Yep.
They love cars.
Yep.
Right? They, you know, they die for their cars. They live for their cars. Right? They get their tax checks wasted on their cars. Right? Then you got people that just use cars to get from point A to point B.
They're boring.
Right? Okay.
They're
and
boring.
And then you got people that just don't care about cars.
They're boring.
They don't even have cars.
They're boring. Yeah.
And matter of fact, like I think we got someone in here that doesn't care too much about cars. they're part of the new generation that they don't want to, they don't want to be tied to any type of financial agreement. They're not buying houses. They're not buying cars. They're trying not to have too many children or whatnot. You know,
right.
You got this new generation of free people that don't want to be tied down to anything, no financial obligations or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who are those people? Over there here?
Elix, you want to give your
so,
opinion on cars?
Yeah. So the only loan he has is his skateboard.
He don't play around with the skateboard.
He has a skateboard.
Don't mess with Elix and his skateboard. Can we get him a chair?
Really? You bringing him on?
Yeah, let's bring him on.
Oh,
man.
my
Why
God.
not?
Elix, you know what, man? You got so
listen,
lucky just sitting there.
Yo, he likes, when cars come to the shop, he appreciates them. He likes them. He records them. He takes great pictures of them.
Right.
He probably knows more about cars than you do, not for nothing.
Thanks for throwing me under the bus. I appreciate that.
I said probably, all right? So let's hear his opinion from somebody.
We'd like to welcome Elix.
Elix is here.
Come
this way a little bit, yeah.
Well,
there you go.
Hey guys, my name is Elix. So I'm a loyalist to WinningTints and soon to be Rick's Magazines too.
Yes.
So,
great guy.
I don't know. Things about cars. I learned to love them. I never really used to like them before. I would just, if I wanted to travel far, I'd just get an Uber, And
Uber changed the game for the car world.
Yeah,
they say that in the future we're just gonna hop in a little box, and that box is gonna take us wherever we gotta go. I mean, we went to the SEMA car show. We went inside the Tesla tunnels.
Yep.
The loop.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And in the future, mostly everything is gonna be like that. You jump inside something.
That was a great experience, wasn't it?
That was a great experience.
That was like
but
a mind blowing.
It's a taste of the future. And you don't need a car. You don't need transportation. You could just jump in these things. They're very cheap.
Yeah.
That was free.
Yeah, matter of fact,
and it takes you from one place to the other.
You have the video on that, right?
I do have the video.
We got to show the plug on that.
And we're going to be showing it.
Let me tell you, it was literally the future right there. It was literally just, like we were like blown away. One side to the other side like that.
So Uber came along, right? That's what most people got now.
Yeah.
And you don't even need a car. You just pay, $7-8, and it take you from wherever you got to go to wherever you got to go.
Uber just replaced the
unless
the
you got to
taxi.
drive a lot.
Yeah, but Uber just replaced the taxi and made it more cooler. That's all it was. Just made it much cooler.
But it's cheaper and it's easier. You got a peace of mind. Waiting for taxis suck. No. I don't know if anyone is old enough to remember about taxis.
I'm old enough. I hate taxis.
All right, you got to call. They tell you they're coming in 5 minutes.
You
they
hate
take
the
an
yellow.
hour.
You hate the big bright yellow. You hate all that. You hate to be notified that you don't have a car. You don't want nobody like, yep, I'm in a taxi. I mean, you got no car, right?
Are you the gentleman with the taxi waiting for him?
So in the Uber, it's kind of cool, classy, laid back. Nobody can tell if you're in the Uber or not if the guy puts the sign up. So sometimes you take the sign down. I tell the guy, if I was in Uber, say, yo, take the sign down. I don't want to let people know I'm in your car.
There's two things. As an adult, you need to have a car for like emergencies.
Yep.
And also, I don't really see anything else besides that. I used to think that having cars was just a status symbol, and I didn't want to be a part of that.
Right.
But that's what your cars are. I mean, your car shows are about.
Yeah.
You're like, whoever has the coolest car gets a trophy, and that's a status.
Yeah, but see, you got to look at this thing. The reason you don't have a car is you don't move around as much, and you're.
Oh, I do have a car now.
Okay, all right. So now you see, you do need it.
No, because emergencies. I do have a kid.
But you need it. So you have it.
And it's definitely a necessity. Okay. It's definitely a necessity. But that's how I used to look at it before. But me working here, looking at different cars and looking
your
at all
point
these
A B is
cars,
much easier than my point A B. I do A B C D E F. I move around a lot. So as he, right? So I have to have a car, right?
It's
so now, if I was to do A B C D on Uber, I would be broke as hell.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. It's only convenient for one place to A and B.
How
it just all
rich
depends
you
on your
are.
system.
Because there's people that got chauffeurs.
Then I would get a chauffeur, right?
Yeah,
You get a
people that
chauffeur.
got
But that's,
chauffeurs.
again, you got to look at why the Uber is only for A and B, not A, B, C, D. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It does cost 50, 45, 35. By the time you're done, it's like, psh.
Okay,
Now,
so we're just talking about
it's funny because I knew a person that used to do that, every day from work, every day, going back and forth, literally coming out of their pocket almost $300 to $400 a week.
Yeah.
Just to go to work.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yo,
sure.
you're bugging, you're crazy. Might as well just buy a
but
car.
when you skate,
like that's crazy.
When you skate, and because I've been skateboarding for like 23 years,
Or have a bike.
and
Yep.
chill. So now the thing is, I was born and raised in a small town.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, with my skateboard, I could go from the corner of the town all the way to the opposite end of the corner of the town in 15 minutes.
Right.
So when you have like, and not only that, you work in the same town, you shop in the same
That's
town.
why you're in great shape, man. You're so skinny, you stay lean, you're
You get
great,
me?
bro.
So
All that
young, right?
cardio, dude.
He's actually 45. He looks like
He
he's
looks
20.
great. He looks like he's 20.
No, I'm,
like
30,
cool.
I'm 33. I'm 33. You know,
It's like
I'm
a
not
cool,
that-
like, got vibe going on. He's
Yeah.
got that, you know,
Nah,
that,
nah, and
that
one
cool
thing-
taxi.
one thing
Remember the movie
was-
Taxi? Remember the movie Taxi?
Yeah.
Remember Taxi? He got that whole little look going on, man.
Yeah, now
It's
one
crazy.
thing was when I was growing up, like, you know, when you had a car, you always had the girl. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, you always had the girl.
And that's where your car shows come into play, because we're not just talking about transportation now. Now we're talking about whose car looks better than whose.
Yeah.
We got
Status.
crews of cars.
Yeah.
You know, you want your car to look nice
Yeah.
so people could look at your car.
show
Kind of
status. It's
like
like
nice shoes.
I feel like some of them use them as a weapon to attack others. Some use it as a weapon to achieve their goals. Like I work hard and this is my hobby. You got to think of it this way. Sometimes a car guy wasn't a sports guy, wasn't a this and wasn't a that. So the car is almost like that's a sports for him to go to the car show, compete, because he didn't play sports, or he's very competitive. He just wants to be in everything to win, right? So there's a lot of elements to that, you know. I always tell you when they get upset and they start getting emotional.
No one likes the sore loser, little boy.
I understand
because they don't win a trophy.
Yeah, they get very aggressive. I keep telling you, and we do this. And I'm gonna talk about this in every podcast. Stop getting emotional about it. Don't get upset. It's about enjoying the day with friends, family, and just expressing your build. You don't need nobody to tell you you're a winner or not.
Is there any way that we could take the judging out of the judge's hand and put it in the spectators' hands?
There are shows that do people's choice and let people choose, but then it takes a little longer. Got to go count papers. It's just a lot. It's just too many. If you get over 300 to 1,000 cars, imagine being there forever trying to choose these cars, you know? Yeah, you could do people's choice. I mean, yeah, but account, all right, the people chose this car. But then maybe that some cars were missing out of that choice. It's crazy. It's too much. This shows get very complicated. It's gets real
super complicated. And also, like, one thing, you know, being at the shop and, you know, seeing all these different cars coming in and out, you start, you know, you're like, especially the people that are in there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're in there with them and you're having a whole therapy session.
Yeah.
And you start to see why they have this car. And there's so many amazing stories behind this person getting their dream car. And it's just like those stories, honestly. And I grown to have an appreciation of cars because of that. Because it's not only like to get to point A to point B, you know, it's also a goal,
An achievement
in their life. It's a trophy.
But you ever think about it when they're in the shop? You see they go from, like I said, there's A, B, and C, D. So first you got to get the car. Then you go to, you know, that's A. Then B, you go to the modification, right? So they go to the rims, they go to the tints, they go to the wraps, they go to all those things. And then see, they show it off. They're at the car shows. So there's always an A, B, C method there for this type of thing. The minute I got my car, what's the first thing I did? I Chrome deleted it. I got it tinted with you. I got this, I got that. Yeah. Now I felt a little status. I felt like I'm doing something. I felt like I achieved something, right? And just something to make people.
I think it becomes kind of like an art form for some people.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like when you're putting your outfit together and, you know, you're coordinating and you look different. Maybe you're peacocking where, you know, you don't want to look like everybody else. You want your car to look unique, the only one in the world.
You want to be looked at, right? We all want to be looked at. When I see a car, we're like, damn, what's he do? Or what's he doing? I mean, like I said, like when we did the Dominican parade, see all the cars that came out of that one?
Yeah. No, Dominicans don't play.
But
Dominicans don't play with
there was a little bit of
cars.
everything. There was blacks, there was Puerto Ricans, there was Dominican. We had them in our little section, right? But there was some dope, crazy cars. And I was just blown away. Like, man, like this guy just put almost 60, 80 grand into a Camaro. I'm like, wow.
Or a Honda or an Acura.
Yeah, like, it's
Definitely
crazy.
the car's extension of the confidence. Because we had a customer come in last week. He had to be like 18 years old.
Right.
Had to be. He came in with his head down and everything like that. He came in with a 2001 RSX, Acura RSX, but it was stock. It was like mint condition,
Wow.
mint interior and all that stuff.
Wow.
So when So when I saw it, I immediately told him because I know that that's like a popular car. You know,
a
that
very
people
popular
do
car. Very expensive car.
do hook up. So I'm like, oh, you got the RSX mid condition.
What year was it?
interior.
What year?
I believe it was a 2001. Yeah. And I was like, oh, are you gonna powder coat the rims and everything like that? His head stood up, and he looked like he was talking like he was 6 feet. Like his whole confidence changed because he knew about that car. He knew everything about that car. You could just tell
that was his dream car.
His little bit of money.
And I promise that he
you know?
worked his tail off to get that car. So he's already in the JDM market.
Yeah, he's already.
So he's a JDM
already.
head. He's a JDM head. He's Japanese enthusiasm. That's what he wants. It's all JDM.
Yeah.
You know. So
People go crazy.
Yeah.
My brother has JDM tatted on his chest with Japanese flags,
What?
and he's not even Japanese. He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
I mean, I
this
got
guy
it on
knows
works
how
on-
to-
I got it
And he
too all
works
over my
on
arms.
Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
No. That's my older brother. Yeah.
that's your other-
So the reason why I have another appreciation is because all my life, both of my older brothers, they were grease monkeys.
Yeah.
They got their own garages. They got my brother has like 13 cars.
Yeah.
And then my other brother, he still has his 96 hatchback,
Yep.
Honda Civic. He still has it to this day. He's
I
had it for like almost 20 years.
400, all white, custom built, redid the whole car. I to this day I wish I should have kept it longer with me, but it was all done up, saddle stitch back in the day. Took a LS400 first generation, did the whole thing. I seriously done the whole car.
You got pictures of that?
I have pictures of that car.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna send it to you guys so you can get it up there on the screen. You guys are gonna be blown away when you see this car.
Was
I
it
put a lot of
tinted?
work. It was tinted.
Okay, cool.
It was lightly tinted. It took a year to do the whole car from the in and out. I had the whole work sponsored by Kicker. The rims were done. The suspension was done by JIC Magic at the time. They gave me suspension. Most of the car was sponsored out. They sent me all these parts, which is great, you know, because if you get lucky, get sponsored, and you get noticed, that's a good opportunity for you. You know,
So people that come to your shows, a lot of them get sponsored, right?
correct. A lot of them get sponsored.
How do you get sponsored? Could you help somebody that's looking to get sponsored?
Yeah, if you're gonna get sponsored, you have to do a couple of things. You have to do. Definitely, you have to show your tour schedule.
Never mind. Go.
Sorry, you have to show them your tour schedule and reach out to the company that you choose and build a relationship with them. Now the market has changed because they use the Instagram, the matrix that we do with the numbers, and they want to see how many people are following you to see if you do have an audience. And they also want to know your schedule. How much are you committed? Are you willing to travel? If you could commit to those events and venues that you're going to give them the tour, then they'll consider either give you a discount, a full sponsorship, or none at all.
Okay.
So if you get lucky for this full sponsorship, you're committed to promoting that company for the whole year. You got to brand them, you got to promote them, you got to do whatever, et cetera, et cetera. If you get a partial sponsorship, guys take whatever. If you give them a partial sponsorship, they're still happy. They're still happy. Will they promote you? Some, will, some won't.
What's the difference between sponsorship back in the day and today? Because I feel like
'Cause back
before
then-
it was like sponsor me, videotape, then you send it to the company,
Yeah.
right? Some type of sponsor
Yeah,
me.
you pretty
And
much
then
you worked
now-
harder.
Yeah.
It was much easier, but you also worked harder to get them because you had to really go out of your way,
Yeah.
or you got to get noticed at a show, or at SEMA is really where you get noticed.
Yeah.
Now, you're very easy to be found on social media platform, right? Because they look at the matrix and they look at the numbers. Oh, he's got 50,000, he got 20,000. People use it as, I want to get sponsored. I personally say it doesn't really matter. You just got to be committed to your shows. Because the more you get seen, the more you get noticed. And also the way you did your car. If the car is really sick.
So you don't think social media has to, because what if some guy, he's just really bad at posting and doing anything when it comes to social media, his algorithm posting just sucks.
Yeah.
And like he just fully focused on his car. And
But
he
the
goes to
car
them.
is insane. If he wants
So
to,
he
would
would
send
still get
pictures.
noticed even though he doesn't
Yeah,
have
he
a
get
social
noticed
media.
because they notice him. They say the car is amazing. So they're going to sponsor it. They're going to sponsor it because he's still going to get noticed. And
The
then
car
the show
has
goes
to
to.
be seen somehow.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
way.
it's going to be seen at the show no matter
Can't
what.
just
It's going to
stash
be
it
seen.
and expect to get
yeah.
sponsored.
Yeah, it's going to be seen.
But they're probably the person sponsoring him is probably most likely going to tell him that he needs to be online.
He has to do everything if he can, but sometimes they really don't care.
Yeah.
Because they know he's going to be out there.
Okay,
And
so
then
you
they
guys have a
see
chance.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys don't even
Yeah.
need to be on social media.
Just gotta make
work
sure you
hard.
give that good proposal to them. They'll look at. I get a lot of people hitting me up. What do I sponsor? And I say, yeah, I do. I sponsor some of the shows. I let them get in. I take care of them. I give them like a year's free sponsorship if they put. But I used to do that when I used to do the magazine. I used to sponsor them, put them in a magazine. Do stuff like that. You know, it's a great opportunity.
Are you
because
sponsoring anybody right now?
No, actually, this year I hadn't planned to do that.
You are gonna.
Yeah,
Do you know
you
with
know.
who?
I'm not sure. There's a few cars. Matter of fact, I gotta call him. I just did that today.
What's his name?
His name is Carlos. He's a good guy.
Carlos. You know who you are.
Yeah. I gotta call him. He's a great guy. The thing about it is that it's so many
How's
cars.
the sponsorship gonna go with Carlos? How much you gonna give him?
Well, it's not gonna give him. I'm gonna give him the show tours.
Shows. Oh, so you're gonna let him go to your
The shows. Yeah.
to the shows for free. He
Yeah.
doesn't gotta pay.
Well, not even that. He's gonna be with me in certain shows that I'm already promoting.
Okay.
So he gets the exposure himself. That's sponsoring him.
Okay.
You know.
What kind of car Carlos got?
Got a Camaro.
A Camaro.
Yep.
Is it the one that with the crazy?
Crazy,
wrap?
yeah, the crazy
Oh,
one.
yeah?
That's dope. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have the enforcer. Then you have other people. Listen. There's a lot of people that I can go after. It's just that I gotta
That
narrow
want
it down.
you to sponsor them.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a line of people.
I got a lot of people.
So you got well, what are you really looking at? You're looking at the social media. Or you're looking at how crazy their build is.
I really don't look at it too much. I just use it for me. I use it as a more of a let me help you get exposure. You know, we work together on this
Yeah,
project.
it's easier for you to do because
Yeah.
you got shows that you do that they could come to.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas like for me, they want me to wrap their car for free.
Yeah.
They want me to get them some wheels for free. Or
You're
tin-
more material,
You know,
so your material is
Yeah.
high, right? Like
and it's like
it adds up. Like,
I've
can I
done
get a
it
wrap?
before.
Can I get a tint? Can I
Yeah.
get this? Can I get that? And they're like, oh man, can I get my car detailed every time?
It's way easier to sponsor somebody like that.
Yeah, we could
for
cross
sure.
promote. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
stuff
cross-promote.
like
Mine
that.
is more easier that way than what you have.
Or put my sticker on their window and then I do the job and then they leave and take it off.
They take it off. Which you have that happen.
You know who
before.
you are.
There's a lot of them.
Now
did
what
that to
we
you.
did, we actually put the decal under the tint.
Yeah.
And then when we tint it, like
Or under the wrap.
or
They think that we're gonna put it on top so they could peel the
Yeah.
the decal off and the tin or the wrap will still be there,
When
but
they-
we put it
when-
under. And
It's
then
funny
they're
when
like,
you
oh,
do
I
it
didn't
with-
think that I couldn't
Yeah.
take it off. Well, we agreed that you weren't gonna take it off.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Correct. And that's when they come
you
at
know.
you. You ever see the facial expression change? They're like,
Yeah.
what? And then they're like,
I'll pay. Never
I'll
mind.
pay. There
Yeah.
you go.
I miss doing that. Yo, we had a lot of cars around here.
We used to do it a lot more before. You know,
We had a
kinda
lot of
stopped.
cars, like a lot of cars.
Yeah. We
with
just
that.
we're
And
so busy now.
Now,
you know,
the
we
reason
don't
why
really
is
have
because
to
they
do
know
it.
you with me, so they know that you don't.
They know that
I already got you
the
out
only
there.
person I do free
So-
things for is for you, right?
because they're like, oh well, if he's already being exposed by Rick's, what's the point? Am I gonna do that? Like, what's the
He's
point?
giving all his money to Rick, so he's
I'm
not
taking
gonna
the
do
money,
nothing
so it's
for
not
free, yeah.
happening. Don't even think about it.
don't even
You
think
can say hi to them, but I got them. That's it. You know. Oh, the check is in the mail again,
So
right?
back to the car shows, guys. JDM, that's your thing. You got the whole Asian thing going on.
I don't got the whole Asian nothing. I provide a platform.
Tokyo Drift.
I have a name and themes of certain shows.
Yeah.
I provide a platform. They all come out just like you provide a service. My service, hey, listen, this is the day, this is the year, this is the
the
name,
theme.
this is the
Yeah.
theme. You can come and enjoy it. You just register and have fun.
But you are going to be bringing different type of cars out, maybe
Yeah,
trucks,
Yeah.
the Jeep Flow.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
Bikes.
Bikes,
Right?
everything.
Bikes,
That's what
baggers.
we want to have. Stop saying I don't like that name. We don't do bangers. We don't do anything like
Baggers.
that. We
baggers. The motorcycles with the bags.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
The
type of
yeah,
bangers
the
you talking
baggers.
about?
Sorry. Yeah.
Bring the Rick's girls back,
Yeah.
Rico.
Yeah. Yeah. We should bring those Rick's girls back.
Rick's girls. You know, if you're a model out there and you want to model for some Rick's upcoming magazine, the actual hardcover, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna make 3 magazines per year or 4.
I'm gonna. I'm so excited. So let me hit that off.
See
So,
these magazines right here, guys? They're coming
yes,
back.
We're working on it with the support of WinningTints as well, because this is a joint venture with everybody. This is going to be another opportunity. So when this magazine comes out, the Best of Show winners will be on the cover. We'll do features. We'll be able to do all these great shop talks, staff talks
All
as
type
well.
of talk.
Everything will be in
Yeah.
there, right? And we're going to take what's on the video. We'll go on paper. Going to keep, making it go cross each other. So it was great. So back in the days, I used to use this as a platform that it's a more marketing opportunity, network opportunity, and also giving them, it's almost like an award for the card winners because they achieved the goal to be in the magazine. So as I say, magazines are
Or
coming
to
back.
be in this podcast.
That's also absolutely, the thing about it is why we're working together, and also, as you know, we've been building together, is to find new things to give our supporters something worth their value, right? So these are value we have: podcasts, car shows, magazines. Winners of the show this year might best of shows or something might get some free things from your shop. Maybe if that might be for the tour.
He wants all the shops, all the vendors that pay you to be at your show have to give free stuff to the winners, right?
Yes, that's what's gonna happen.
That's the master.
That is the
plan.
deal for them to give the best of show winner a lot to go home with.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna
So
be
not
working
just a trophy, but
like a
you
whole
know,
bag full of
other
stuff,
goodies, yeah,
like all kinds of stuff.
for the
I don't care,
winners. Yeah,
whatever
you
it is.
gotta give back.
It could be a toothbrush.
all
I
the
don't
money
care. Whatever
that you
wanna
make
do.
for these car shows, you got to give it back.
Got to get back. You know, we try to. Who's phone? I need to cut that off.
Yeah, sorry
All right.
about that, guys.
What I like about your events, they're family friendly.
Yeah.
You know, you have everybody go there. You have kids running around and everything like that. You know, some good food,
Superheroes.
nice, good music.
I give out
you
great
know?
trophies and great stuff. The last show, I gave out a Victor watch with the trophy. I give out champagne bottles. I give out these crazy swords. I try to be real different and creative with the shows.
The swords are dope.
And keep in mind, the reason why I'm able to do some of these things is because I have great supporters and sponsors who support me at these shows. And, you know, my partner here, Winning, has been one of the biggest supporters of us, and our friendship has grown. But I'm telling you right now, it's like giving back is the way to do it. Like, you have to. Even though they hate you, they will hate you, I still try to give back. I still try to give back.
So what is your pet peeve when you're actually curating the show like when you're putting how can I say, when you're managing the show the day of like what is your pet peeve, like some that people do at every show and
you want it to stop.
And you want it to
You
stop.
have to say this.
You already know that.
Over and over.
We say this all the time.
You got to say it over
Stop
and over.
doing things that you're not. Stop doing your two-step when you're not supposed to do it. We always said that.
For those that don't know what a two-step is,
When they do the exhaust and
they rev the engine.
there's a time and a place for
this
that.
is not for the electric car.
Right, not for electric. Oh, wow, when that stuff, the electric come out, it's gonna be a little quiet. It's gonna be real
That's
quiet.
your dream right
it's
there,
gonna be a little
right?
fart.
It's gonna be.
You would like that.
Not
wouldn't
even
you?
that. I'm gonna have to bring a power station at my shows to plug it in while they're sitting there.
Oh my God.
Charge you.
Yeah, we'll have to have a power station because some of them are gonna be sitting there playing their music real loud. It's gonna kill their battery, I guess.
So no two steps at your show unless it's time for the two step.
So it can be exciting. We want to save that so it can be exciting. You know. So
I
it's a lot
love
of
what
stuff.
you do with the two-step competition,
Yeah,
by
it's
the
just
way.
Yeah.
I love
You know,
it.
because it like you involve the people.
Yes.
And the people get to choose who they think
Yes.
has the loudest car or whatnot, right?
Yes,
That's
and
kinda
not even
like
that.
how
We have
works.
the limbo. The limbo's very big. People love to get involved with the limbo, the lowest car, the slammed and everything. And then if we're lucky, we can do drifting. That's another great opportunity.
Oh, I love the drifting.
I love the
Which
drifting.
was your favorite out of all of them? Competitions.
I actually love them all. Like, you know what?
My favorite is definitely drifting. But I can only imagine
The two-step is exciting though.
the logistics
I like the
behind
two-step.
that. Like, how does that work with the city and with insurance, or maybe you got to have some type of
It's a
ambulance
special
around.
insurance, and you need an ambulance, you need all these things. Costs money. Costs a
Costs
lot.
money just to have people drifting there.
Correct.
And then there's no competition with the drifting. It's just people drifting for the people at the show to enjoy.
Yes. Yes.
So there's no trophies for the best drifter.
Yeah, there is. I give trophies for those.
Okay,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, I give. I mean, you have to give something. You
So
know?
there is a
Yeah,
drifting
yeah.
competition.
And there's a cash prize for them as well.
And there's cash prizes.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
People come around with their drift cars.
Yeah.
These are different type of cars, mind
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
They look different. They get beat on.
Yeah, they get
They
beat.
get beat.
Not my car, but they get beat. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're sliding around and they're almost crashing into each other.
Yep.
Right? Talk about that.
Yeah. So again, this is a guy who treats this as another hobby for them, an excitement, adrenaline rush, and some do it for big tournaments. They did do this. You know, this is a tour for them, but it's a lot of tires, wear and tear, engine work. Like, this is full blown out. So if you don't have, there's guys that have cars they just beat up for that stuff.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby, and that's not something that I'm interested in doing, but I like to watch and see them beat up their
It's definitely
cars.
fun to watch.
Yeah, they beat up the cars, they beat it up.
It's definitely something that makes the car show that much better.
Exactly.
Like, if your car show from 1 to 10, if yours is an 8 without it, it's definitely a 10 with the drift show there.
Correct.
SEMA had the drift show.
Yeah, that
too,
was
right?
awesome.
When we went,
Yeah, that was awesome.
so
That
cool,
was
right?
crazy. They
Yeah.
would do all that, look at that, all that crazy stuff, man. It was crazy. It was really good.
Now, one thing I noticed about the two-step, because I keep bringing it up because I really like it. It's really exciting, and I'm not that into cars. Yeah, you know what I mean. But so they how can I say, the people competing with each other, they bring kind of their own crew. So if somebody brings like a huge crew, and they're like a small size, it's not that loud. could they win because they brought their crew?
It's crowd. It's well, if they bring their crew,
yeah, that's the point. The crew is louder,
but it doesn't
loud,
matter because it still falls back on the host who will decide.
You're talking about the two-step.
Yeah,
So the
it
host
comes
can't
to
be
that.
biased.
Plus we could tell if come on, serious.
Nah,
and
you're
they're
right.
yelling, and you're like, come on, that's not gonna happen. I would be upset, but I don't control it. I let them do their own thing.
And what is that called? It's because I kind of don't know, but one of my favorite things is when the speakers come out and they're doing the how can I say, the bass competition. Is it a bass competition? Is that what it is?
The sound competition.
Yeah,
You're talking about
do
the
that.
chucheros.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chicheros, they come out, they do their own thing.
So
you gotta,
there's
you
no
gotta ask them
competition.
kindly now. I'm planning to do one. Hopefully, Beach Bash will have that there. Yeah. But it's a time and a place for these things. You got to be very. That's why indoor shows, you can't do a lot in there. You know, it's too. You know, the sound bounces off the wall. Outdoors, but it still gets louder. Like, you just gotta be careful, man. It gets crazy.
It gets loud. It gets
My
so
Latino
crazy.
people and everybody get crazy, right? Our Latino people get crazy.
They do, and for you to try to control,
oh my God,
1,000
you
people.
see me running around like, please, can you let me judge the cars?
takes a
I've never
certain
seen
type
you
of
do
individual.
that.
Oh,
every time you're not like you're more like
I'd be like, come on. I'd be like, I do. I'd be like,
screaming and punching.
yeah,
Yes.
screaming and punching and tell them to get out of here.
maybe I scream. I'd be like, listen, please, come on. You know, I always say, listen, that's one warning. The second one, if I warn you again, the third, you're out. And I kick them out.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, all right. And sometimes I'll be like, come on. I get it. So what I do is I ask them nice, say, look, from 12 to 4, let me judge the cars. And then after that, go ahead, have fun. Because we're already almost done. We're closing the show down. So go ahead, enjoy yourself. So they kind of learn, like, all right, let Rico do his job. Let his team do what they got to do. And then we could go and have fun. And that's what we do. That's when we do the two-steps, we do all this crazy stuff. And everybody starts having fun. Like, it's a crazy party, you know?
So Rick Ross, he has his own cars. I think he has a fleet of like about 50 to 100 cars. And he also modifies his trucks, his bikes, old school cars. He redoes, like refurbishes his old cars.
Wow.
This is one of his events in his backyard
I'm not going to lie.
because he has acres upon acres.
But he's down south. He's Atlanta. It's going to be a winner right there. So that was a smart move that he put on his property. He literally made money.
He loves the car.
So if he does his backyard every year, this would be phenomenal. Like, in the house, it's great. So
he's a big time car head. Big time.
he is. I'm impressed with that one. The first one I wasn't, but this one's pretty good.
What is this?
No, I would
Rolls
not
Royce?
do that.
Rolls Royce. I
We
can't
got
do
a
this.
yellow Rolls Royce.
I can't do this.
Yellow wheels
I'm
with
sorry.
yellow interior.
Canary type bird.
That's
I
a
don't
Rafe,
know.
right? That's
Look
a
at
Rafe.
this. I think it's a Dawn.
It's too much.
The convertible. It's a Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's
But it's too much. It's
Too much.
It's too much.
So this person right here, they got the wrap, obviously the yellow wrap. They got
Correct.
the yellow wheels, and
I would have did them in black. At least give it some type of look of the black grill. So match the wheels in black. You know, give it subtle doorknobs in black. You know,
but this is kind of a theme that rich
Just-
people do. They kind of get
no,
they
not
got-
not
they
a
get
normal
cars-
rich person. This is an outsider rich person. Like wants to be noticed.
Well, famous rich people, I've noticed that they like to have a fleet of cars, all the same colors.
who's this?
Right?
I can
I'm
see-
not sure whose car is this, but I
Yeah.
believe it's somebody that has some type of makeup company. It's some dude that you know he's I think he's
Wow.
gay and
Okay.
No, he's just a makeup artist.
Just a makeup artist.
Some makeup artist.
some YouTube guy. I'm not sure. We'll put him up there somewhere. But this is his
I
car.
get it.
Look, Kim Kardashian. She has a fleet of cars.
But she
And they're all gray, right?
Her cars. Every time she done her cars, she kept them classy. She kept them nice. Look.
This is her cars.
See her cars? Those are Battleship gray color. Beautiful color. That is
They're all
one of my
gray.
favorite colors.
If you notice-
it's not gray. It's Battleship gray.
Okay, silver, whatever. If you notice, they're all the
Silver,
same colors.
Silver.
And
Can
she
you-
likes to delete all the chrome and paint it
Exactly.
the same color
and
as
so
the
you
wraps
know,
too.
she is a big Range Rover fan. She loves Range
Yeah,
Rovers.
she has Range Rovers.
She has a
They
lot of
probably
Range Rovers.
just give her these cars.
She has
at
a
this
lot of
point.
Range Rovers.
I don't think she has to even buy cars or wheels or anything.
She drives that more than
I
anything.
think they probably pay her to drive these cars.
probably.
She
It's
drives the
probably
Range
sponsored.
Rover
They give
more
it
than
to her
anything.
for free, and they pay
If
her.
you look at all her shows, all her segment at the time when she was crazy, I'm glad they took it off.
Like I
But
said, I feel like Range
She
Rover
took
just
off what?
gives her the cars.
I don't
The
even,
Kardashians?
Yeah, they still
You
got
crazy,
that.
man. It's going strong.
I hate that.
It's even better.
It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's
She
like
took over the
episode
E
18
channel.
is like
The E
episode-
channel
season
just
18.
became the Kardashian channel.
You only
I mean,
watch it when the young sisters are on the camera, right?
No,
Because
she got
you like
married,
the
so I
young girls,
fell off
right?
on that. She got married, so I don't
The
want
one
her
with
anymore.
Bad Bunny, right?
No.
You love her, don't
No,
you?
she's too skinny, too tall. I can't reach her.
Too young. I mean, too old. Too old for you. yeah.
No, she's young.
She's
I can't
19,
reach her.
she's too old.
I can't reach her.
All right.
You know?
So let's talk about modifying cars and the possibility of devaluing them when you're modifying the car. When you paint a car from its original color, you're devaluing that car, correct?
Lamborghini doors. Yeah. Any car that comes off the market anyway is going to be devalued anyway.
This is a-
$5,000 off the market
This
price.
is a Corvette, right?
Yeah.
And this has a wide body kit bolted on to the side.
Yep.
Right, and it has Lamborghini doors, so
Yep,
that
and a
obviously
wing.
doesn't come with it, right? So this car got devalued when he goes to resell this car to some type of enthusiast or something. They're not gonna give him the same amount of money as a car that was stopped.
No. It can, depending on the right guy who wants that car already done. So there's a lot of kids that don't want to spend the money to say, I'll take it as is. And a guy in the if he's on the West Coast, a guy on the East Coast will buy that car, ship it over here, and he'll be the new man on the block because nobody's seen it over here. But they
A
saw
lot
it
of
over there.
people would say that's like buying somebody's outfit off of them.
And it's
You know what I mean?
And it's been done lots of times.
Do you respect that if somebody just buys somebody's outfit off of somebody?
I honestly, I had this problem at car shows, and a guy who really built the car and a guy who bought it off somebody else and shipped it over, and they picked it up and said, well, that car wasn't built by them, it was built by somebody else. How can you give him a trophy? And we get into a big debate about that. It's true. I do feel it should go to a guy who really built the car. But who do we the judge? Is the car just registered as is? We don't know. And then to somebody says that wasn't their car, they
Yeah,
bought
that's
it.
messed up. It's like show your receipts. Like,
Yeah,
whoa,
but I
already
can't
paid
tell
to
you
get
show
here.
my
now,
receipts.
to you personally, does
Yeah.
that matter to you? Like let's say I have.
Of course, it matters to a lot of people, but I can't
I'm
stop
talking
somebody.
about to you. I'm
Yeah.
talking, let's say me and him.
Yeah.
I got a Camaro. I put my blood, sweat, and tears. I fought with my wife. I took my kids' tax money and I wasted it on the
Yeah.
car. All he did was take some money, bought the car similar.
And
like-
he won and you didn't.
Like, who do you respect more at that point? You know,
Of course
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
respect you.
Like, does my backstory matter?
It does
when it comes to winning the trophy.
But I have judges that sometimes their mind, I don't know what they be thinking, and they go, "Oh man, this car is great." I was like, but again, the rules does not. I don't have those rules that say you got to build that car yourself. Like that's not there.
It's not a rule.
It's not
or else you
something.
can't
Yeah,
win.
It's a loophole.
It's So if I say it says car must be built by you, I got to go through another technical issue to like verify that.
Okay, so and the thing is, the Miss America pageant.
Yeah.
The reason why they always have them talk and answer questions and everything like that is because they want to know their backstory. Anybody can put on makeup and work out really good.
Yeah,
and
that's
have
why
a-
the judges
and have a
ask him these
physique.
questions. The judges
And
ask him those
the
questions.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
asked him. He said, and then he puts his results.
but you guys don't ask the car owners these questions.
No, they ask them what is in the car.
My judges ask the questions.
Yeah.
But
And
they don't say this to the people or on stage or none of that.
No, we don't do that because
And that's why we got this
slows-
podcast, right? 'Cause
That
we wanna
slows
kinda
down.
get to the bottom of
That
this.
slows the things down.
Yeah.
So when we ask you these questions, we just judge them. Okay, cool. Unless somebody wants to be a what we call a whistleblower, a rat about it. Yo, that's not their car or whatever. But we don't know to the end of the show when the winner's announced and then they voice their opinion. That was like, well, how are we supposed to know that car was, bought
bought
over
like that or not. Bought
Right.
with the wheels.
Right.
Bought with the wrap.
Yeah.
Bought with the
Yeah.
wide body.
all
Yeah,
the
already
work.
done up and everything because you could do it. You could buy a kit. You could do it. You could see something online for sale. There's a lot of these cars for sale online, and you could just buy them. You know.
Or you could buy a car, send it straight
Look,
to
Here's a sample. I was gonna buy a Tesla. He stopped me again. I keep saying this every podcast. It had an air ride. It had rims. It had underglow lights. It had carbon fiber. It was already done. I could have bought it, then took it to show, and pretend it was mine. Like I did all the work. right? Let's just say it could have been done. Like, oh, you did all the work. I could say, yeah, I did, or tell them, nah, I came like that, right? It's to say, nah, I seen that. That was my man's car in Chicago, or that's somebody's gonna spot it because social media does kind of bring them together. But but I didn't get it. But I could have been that way, right? These cars come like that, and the car was going only for 23,000.
There is the saying, built not
You could have bought a joint,
right? Built not bought.
Yeah,
And that just goes to show, like, people care and respect about the person that
and I respect that built not bought,
up.
but if you continue doing that, you might not have a lot of people at the shows. But I can't sit there and say, "Oh no, you bought the car, you're not welcome." That's a little too much for me and for my team. A little bit. That's a little going out the box and being kind of like too much. So I listen. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's here at the show.
So I remember you told me there was also another occurring thing when you're doing the judging. Like, people they soup up their cars, they get like the intake, they switch the motors. You know what I mean?
Yes. So
Hold up. We're gonna ask. Did you ever have to take the trophy from someone, give it to somebody else, change up the trophy?
Okay, yeah. A few times we had to, because definitely sometimes I caught things that was not what the hell was you thinking type thing.
Give an example.
Like, there was some car that was judged that was not properly judged. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I caught it on time to say unacceptable.
You think the car owner probably gave the judge like
I don't know. Sometimes I felt like they knew
slipped
each
them
other too
$100
well, and like they all knew it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you must be bugging. Like, this is unacceptable. So but lately I kind of stay away from it all, and like I don't even get involved anymore. I just be like, look, is that what it is? That's what it is. I got lucky at the last car show. They chose the best of show winner was the Camaro, which he won, and I was pretty happy with it. Which some people complain. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a JDM show. I'm like, dude, it's open to everybody. Like, get in your head. It's open to everybody. But the guy's car, see, again, comes down to this. You cannot put a JDM with a super modified car where it's got rims, tires. Some JDM cars, they're tuned, but they don't go too crazy. They keep it really, simple, nice and sexy. And then you got a guy that goes all out. You got to give him those points, So sometimes I have to do 2 trophies. Sometimes I have to do 1 trophy. It depends.
Yeah, because your shows are more for looks than for performance, right?
Yeah, we're not racing. We're just, But
talking about pavement.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, but
that's what I was getting to. Like, you told me that that somebody would just put so much into his engine, he'll be mad that nobody picked him, but because he had a simple
the outside, everything else is simple, but the engine is like, 600 horsepower. I get it, but that's not enough, So we want them to have everything. So when they come, I want them to come to enjoy the day, express their work, let people see it, because there's always a fan for something on the car. There's a guy that's going just for engines. There's a guy going for just for rims. There's a guy going for just for sound. We're here to just give them a platform for them to enjoy themselves. Sooner or later, they're going to network with more people and grow with themselves. But that's all it is, And the shows could be very aggressive, but I just keep moving.
Wide body kits.
Yeah.
Some of them got rivets. Some of them don't. We got the Liberty Walk. We got the Rocket Bunnies. What do you think about that?
Rocket Bunnies were very big back in the days. Now they're switching them up. And the thing about it is there's 2 types. There's a Rocket Bunny when you put the ribbon in them. Everybody said they're being lazy. They're just being real lazy. And then there's the ones that shave it into the body, mold it in, blend it in. That's the work. That's when it's smooth. You don't see nothing. So there's the 2 types of the guys. So it's very hard to kind of judge them. And it's like, I did the whole body work. I shaved it in, and then he just put a ribbon in the car and he won. There we go again. So it's a hard battle.
But there is a point system, right? That you guys go by.
Yep.
And whoever gets the most points in that point system is the one that wins.
He could shave it. He could do it. But think about it. When you put a lot of bundle and when you rivet, right? And then you put the bundle, you blend it in. Over time, as the car's moving, that bundle and that bodywork starts deteriorating and it cracks. And you start seeing it. That's why they leave it.
And then you got to
redo it over. So that's why they just leave the rivets and leave it like that to eliminate a lot of that work. So when a guy does the shave and all that, he does it's a lot of work. Not a lot of people like to do it. Oh man, this is SEMA. Woohoo! We were there.
There were so many trucks at SEMA.
Yeah.
I mean, the trucks is really impressive for me. I'm a truck guy myself. I love pickup trucks.
You gonna do your truck like that?
I'm not gonna do my pickup truck like
Why?
that.
Why not?
I just think it's not functional. It just, I mean, how do you climb up into that? You know what I
Yes.
mean? And look at all this
I
stuff.
saw a video, guys. Hear me out. I saw a video. This is crazy, guys. I spoke about it on YouTube, and I'm gonna, I love YouTube. It was a lift truck, and it was a lift truck, but going down and up, so you could air it out. Not a lot of air, these trucks have air rides. But it was a special lift air. The suspension solid, and he says, tell me what you think. How much it costs? What you think? And I'm like in my mind going, 5,000. He's like, 4,000, 6,000. Keep going up. 10,000. Let's go up more. 29,000 for a lift suspension kit, just to bring it down and then raise it up. I was bugging. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, a lot of these suspensions cost more than the truck itself.
Yeah,
This is that monster truck.
It was
thing.
cool, but it was 29,000. I was like, you could keep that.
Off-roading, the tires, the wheels, all that stuff costs.
I kind of don't see the
super money.
appeal in this though. It looks cool. It looks cool.
You need a
know, like
ladder
the
to get
work,
up there, bro.
but I don't see the appeal.
You need a ladder. You need a ladder to get up
attractiveness.
there. Or if that's my understanding, that's an air ride right there. So I think that could drop down, but that's a different one. The one this guy had was a complete hydraulic, like crazies. It was bananas.
The dually, we got the dually.
Oh, that one is better. I like the height on that.
Did you see the one that came at the show? He brought his dually. The guy
What
brought
show?
it at the season closed last year. He put
Okay,
the dually.
yeah.
He brought it. He owns a detail company.
You saw the ram skull? The ram skull and it has like a graveyard, a decal on the side.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
you
that's
noticed that.
badass.
Whenever you see that demon stuff, you
That's
go,
that
you
Undertaker.
respond.
That's-
When
that's
he sees
Undertaker.
demon stuff, he go crazy. Like, I gotta kill somebody.
Yeah, no, but it's Undertaker.
This pickup truck right here, right? It looks like it has a paint job. This
Yeah.
is not a wrap. What do you think about the paint jobs? Which back in the days, it was all paint jobs.
That was it. That
it
was the
wasn't
thing.
like wraps like that, right?
Yeah.
Now it's wraps. What do you think paint jobs versus wraps?
Well, we know if a guy paints the car, where there's a few, they're keeping the car forever, pretty much, because that's a lot of work. I love it. I still think that holds value when you say, oh, it's a wrap. I paid $4,000 and for the common wrap, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. But the detail of the guy's paint job could be outstanding, and it could be about the same price too.
or
$4 or $5.
more. No,
Yeah,
I mean
more.
a very good paint
Yeah,
job
yeah.
costs like about
Yeah.
10 grand or more.
Like my boy Marco, appreciate you. He's got the lowrider with that nice candy apple red with the sparkles and the detail. That lowrider is insane. I don't know if you remember. You saw him last year. He was inside the mall.
Yes,
the lowrider.
absolutely. He comes to your car shows a lot.
That
He
guy's
got all the. It's not just a paint job. It's everything.
everything.
The interior, the bottom.
Now that's a
the
grandmaster.
engine.
I call him the grandmaster of car shows. He is the man of
That's
cars.
a whole different level. That's a California
Yeah,
West
it's Cali-
Coast style,
definitely a
right?
Cali style.
If you go to California to the car shows out there, you'll see a lot of that.
Yeah, no, you'll see a lot here too. There's
But
a
the
lot
car
of these.
culture in California with these lowriders, it's on.
I don't
it's
think
on
I don't
another
think
level.
I don't think they even think about having a wrap on their car. If they put a wrap on the car, I think it's a disrespect to their culture.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it is
It's
because
like you're really
the paint
cheating.
job,
You're
the
cheating.
paint job is the culture.
You're cheating the culture out.
No, these guys' paint jobs is different.
And I would feel
and
upset
the people
too.
that paint the cars are not just anybody. They're
Yeah.
like master
Master
artists.
stripers
Yeah.
and detailers and I'm talking about layers of paint.
Yeah, this paint job doesn't look that great compared to
Ooh, it is that time. Is it? Might be.
the. I think we're out of time, guys.
I
Right?
think it is. So, guys, listen, today, if you don't see me wearing the Ricks, it's because I'm rocking the Superfly brand. So, keep an eye, Ricks and Superfly.
What is? Can you tell us a little about the Superfly brand? I see you wear it.
I love
I've never
Super-
really seen
So,
anything
Superfly
like
is
that.
my clothing brand that I've been pushing and working with. And it's basically, I love the name so much is because I named it after one of my car shows, Superfly Sunday. And I'm really, I'm old school. So, I grew up in the Superfly fab. Everybody was like the little pimp out. Yeah, Superfly.
Cadillacs,
So
fur.
gotta
Mac,
have all
yeah.
that
The Mac.
stuff. The Mac
You
and
used to be a pimp,
the
right?
cane. Yes, I was. And,
Yeah.
I did good for a while,
Young-
but I had a
young
style.
girls.
I loved them. Yep, made a lot of money.
But it's still a good name. I think the word super and fly those together. It's
But
good,
the
it's a good
thing
name.
about it is, as
But,
you
but
know,
then you have the Japanese letters up top. What does that say?
Yeah, well, it's just Superfly.
Superfly.
Yeah, Superfly.
Okay. It probably says something bad. You
Yeah.
don't even know. Super gay.
This fucking guy.
It says F winning. That's what it does. Oh my God. Uh-oh.
Okay, deuces.
That's
All
it.
right.
So we want to say thank you all again, once again. We'll see you next week. Check out the Winning, the Ricks. Support every week is popping off.
We need guests here. We need the podcast to grow.
We
We're going
need-
broke. We need more support from you guys.
Wow.
Right.
We're not going broke. That's not true.
I'm
We-
going broke.
we
He's
just
taking
like
all
to-
my money.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. So please donate or something.
Yes. We'll
All
send
right?
the
Buy one, get nothing back for free.
yeah. Matter of fact, Joey's gonna put up the donation tab. So we appreciate your donation. So all right.
All right, guys.
Fun day.